Hello, Wildcats. As some of us go into our second day without power, we want to make sure that everybody is staying safe. The school buildings remain closed and classes have been canceled for today. If you participate in after-school activities, stay tuned for updates from the school and be sure to check Schoology for any assignments that your teachers have posted. Now, to our regularly scheduled weekly news. Good afternoon, Wildcats. I'm Olivia Bontempo.
And I'm Sarah Lape, and you're watching WCAT Weekly News. We start today's news with Embrace, a brand new clothing line. Senior Cameron Brewer has created a new clothing company with the slogan Justice, Healing, Liberation. WCAT's Elena Caras took a deeper look.
Recently, senior Cameron Brewer started her own clothing line, Embrace Clothing Company. Let's learn a little more about the vision and process behind her creation.
Over the summer, I started my own clothing line, Embrace Clothing Company. And I worked over the summer to make the design and figure out how I wanted to display it. And then I got it printed and I finally launched it this past month. Fashion has always been really important to me, and so I thought that it would be a great way to give back to the community because fashion has always been a statement for Black communities. And so I wanted to devote my voice and my time to this cause. We're donating our revenue to the Loveland Foundation, which basically is devoted to liberation and healing and providing opportunity for Black communities, and specifically focuses on young Black girls. After this first phase of sweatshirts, I definitely plan on doing another. And then since it's mostly inspired by streetwear fashion, I could also move into bucket hats and other cool forms of fashion. It would mean so much to me if the Westminster community supported my company, and the link is in my Instagram bio, Cameron Brewer, and also you can find it at embraceclothingcompany.squarespace.com.
Wow, Westminster students are so creative. Don't forget to support Cameron and her new clothing line. I'm Elena Caras with WCAT. Now back to you guys in the studio.
What a great project. The sweatshirts look amazing and have a powerful message behind them. If you would like to purchase one, visit Embrace Clothing Company at squarespace.com.
Poetry at Tech has partnered with Westminster to sponsor a special virtual reading today. It showcases Westminster's very own Mario Chard, along with prominent American and German poets that are involved in an international project where poets are paired to translate each other's work.
What's essential to at least an American public is understanding how much of the world's literature is not published and how important it is to not only learn languages and have them as part of our daily life, but to read literature. And this will be a chance to hear contemporary living poets read their work.
Thanks, Mr. Chard. Sounds like an exciting collaboration.
Wonderful. The Westminster Orchestra performed the fall concert on Tuesday in the amphitheater. You can watch the full show on our YouTube channel and check back tonight at 8 p.m. for the release of the chorus concert from the new parking deck, an acoustic marvel. Now let's check in with our co-chairs.
Hey guys, happy Halloween. We wanted to remind everybody to keep up your COVID protocols, so masks and social distancing, so that everybody stays safe and healthy during the holiday. Also, be sure to pick up your trash after lunch to keep our campus clean.
Thanks, Jenna. Everyone, what's a ghost's least favorite room in their house? As you probably guessed, it's their living room, because they're dead. Anyway, make sure to dress up with your grades, assign colors, except for the seniors, who need to get creative with their costumes on Fridays. Anyway, happy Halloween! Oh, I'm so dizzy.
With 5 days until the election, I sat down with Mr. Monahan one last time to talk about President Lincoln and his spider-filled dumplings. All right, so Abraham Lincoln, where do we even start?
Well, before 1860, Lincoln was considered an uneducated country kid, a slang-wanging stump speaker, and a newspaper called him a horrid-looking wretch, unfit for office. After his election, Lincoln received daily death threats by bullet, knife, poisoned ink, and in one instance, a spider-filled dumpling. And before you even ask, I have no idea what that was about. Since it obviously didn't work, let's assume that it was a flawed concept. But there was a serious assassination plot before Lincoln took office. They had to sneak him into D.C. on a train with his security guards infiltrating potential assassins and their group. This is a political cartoonist satirizing Lincoln as a scared guy peeking out from that train car and scaring a cat. But it's the speech Lincoln gave after his inauguration, after almost being assassinated, that I want to focus on here. And I want to paraphrase some of his inaugural speech because it's so applicable today. In our hands, my dissatisfied fellow countrymen, and not in any elected officials, are the truly important issues and powers of our day. We are not enemies, but friends. We must not be enemies. Though passion may have strained, it must not break our bonds of affection. The mystic chords of memory will yet swell when touched by the better angels of our nature. And in a speech at the end of the Civil War, he says a few more words that could help us be leaders of conscience today. With malice toward none, with charity for all, with firmness in what is right, let us strive on to finish the work we are in, to bind up the nation's wounds. So you have probably had your emotions whipped up by the negativity that characterizes every presidential election at some point. But the day after the election, we need to remember to look ourselves in the mirror. And what we can ask of ourselves is as simple as treat others the way we want to be treated. Or to put it another way, let's have malice toward no wildcats and charity toward all.
Thanks, Mr. Monahan.
So, Sarah, what are you being for Halloween this year?
I'm being a scary cheerleader. I'm so excited for Halloween this weekend, and I'm so excited to dress up with all the seniors on Friday. WCAT's Emma Turton and Helen Reardon have more on people's costume choices.
Thanks, guys. After talking with some students, we've heard some very original ideas.
Let's see what they have in store.
I'm being a cheetah girl for Halloween.
Dressing up as Sully from Monsters, Inc.
I'm dressing up as Albert Einstein.
What are you guys being for Halloween?
Space cowgirl.
Space cowgirl.
A space cowgirl. I'm dressing up as a space cowgirl. I'm gonna be a space cowgirl.
Being a fire and ice cowgirl.
Uncle Albert Einstein.
I'm dressing up as Coach Pullen for Halloween.
I'm being Baljeet from Phineas and Ferb.
I'm being a spider for Halloween. This is my costume.
I'm being a fairy.
Albert Einstein.
We hope you Wildcats and Cowgirls have a very safe Halloween. I'm Emma Turton.
And I'm Helen Reardon. Now back to you in the studio.
I love all of the Halloween spirit, and I can't wait to see everyone's costumes.
Now let's go to Mary Claire Anderson with this week's sports. MC, what are you wearing for Halloween?
Thanks, Sarah. I'm definitely going with the space cowgirl look this year. On to Westminster sports. WCAT's Noelle Scroso checked in with Westminster softball players to get a quick season recap.
Softball season, I felt like went pretty well. We had a couple of rocky moments within like coaching changes and COVID and having to practice with masks on. But we fought to the very end.
Congratulations on making it to the state playoffs this year, Batcats. On the court, Westminster Volleyball defeated Savannah Arts Academy 3-0 in the GHSA quarterfinals. The Volleycats take on Sonoraville this Saturday at 1:30 p.m. in the state semifinals. Tune in to WCAT for live coverage. The boys and girls cross-country teams won their region meets on Tuesday. This guarantees both teams a place in the state championships.
We went 1 through 7 in the race, so the best that you can possibly do. Our top runner, Matthew Fernando, set a course record, and I was our 7th. We had our top 1 through 7 within 70 seconds, which is really good. And then because we won this race, this means that we qualified for state, which will be in 10 days or so, and then we hope to win state there.
The 9th grade football team closes its season today at Trinity Christian School. The JV team will battle Marist. That game has been moved to Marist in order to play on the turf field. Varsity football takes on Redan High School tomorrow at 7:30 p.m. in Alfred E. Thompson Stadium. Make sure to tune in to WCAT pregame starting at 7 and senior night recognition at halftime. Finally, The Westminster boys and girls swimming and diving teams will kick off their season with a special Halloween meet against Collins Hill this Saturday at 11 a.m., also live on WCAT. Now, back to you in the studio.
Thanks, MC. Do you have any fun pictures of you and your family cheering on the Cats from home, or pictures of you and your friends from homecoming week? The Link staff is looking for your help in capturing your moments and showcasing them in the 2020-2021 publication. If you have any pictures you would like to submit, please send them to yearbook@westminster.net.
Discipline Council member Duke Glenn has an important message for all of us about Westminster's new anti-discrimination pledge.
You'll be watching a discussion with the members of the Discipline Council. In this, they will talk about what the pledge means to them and how it can help Westminster move towards a community in which everyone feels safe and valued. After the discussion, you'll be given an opportunity to share any thoughts or questions with your advisory, and then you'll be asked to sign the pledge to show your commitment to its ideals. We ask you to watch with an open mind. Thank you.
Make sure everyone watches the video and signs the pledge. We hope we can keep an open mind and have respectful conversations supporting our entire community. That's all for this week. I'm Olivia Bontempo.
And I'm Sarah Lape. Thanks for watching, and we will see you next week on WCAT Weekly News.